Dos. Okay, so today we are all, because of the coronavirus, stuck here in our homes. We're trying to get a workout. And what I decided to do with one of my students is to create a 30-minute workout in a 3x6 spot. So if you can afford to have an area of 3x6, then we can have a really good class. Of course, all of us are building up a lot of stomach, so it's time to lose it. And excuse my performance today because I tore my ACL, so some of the stuff I really cannot do, but I'll try my best. The class is going to be exactly like a regular class. It should be targeted toward from green belt all the way to third degree black belt. And we will be specific in making a good workout and also specific in explaining every point and why and how and all that stuff. All right? Let us start. Please. So from your position, left hand forward, kicking left leg, and then slowly punching. Each. Knee. Now same leg, same arm. Same leg, same arm. So kick with the same leg as the arm. Each. Same leg. No, same leg. Each. Some. Cheek. Go. Go. Six. Punch. Go. Jump. Go. Okay, step back. All right, so it's very important here to see the key points. If your arm is forward and when you kick, your shoulder goes up, then you are in this position. This is not natural position. If your arm is forward and you kick and your back punches, then that's not a normal position. So two important points. The shoulders stay down and the back stays arched. No arching down, arch backwards. Like you're pulling back from that position, kicking, punch. Kicking, punch. Keep the shoulders down. Keep the spine pulled backwards. One more time. Ready? Again, kicking with the left leg and then punching with the right hand. Reach. Kick, punch. Hit. Some don't get too much, natural. See? Go. Go. Sit. Punch. Go. Jill. A bit more energy. Breathe. Hit. Some. Cheek. Go. Go. Sit. Punch. Go. Jill. Yummy. All right. So, two key points. No shrugging the shoulder, no hunching the back. Completely straight, natural position, no locking of the knees. The knees are slightly flexed. No artificial, no fake flex. Just natural flex, arms straight, shoulder down, back straight, kicking and punching. Kicking and punching. Breathing naturally into the technique. Into the technique. A lot of power. So now let's put some power into it. Good. Left hand forward, starting with left leg. Each. Each. Some. Cheek. Go. Go. Six. Hut. Go. Two. Each. Knee. Some. Cheek. Go. Go. Six. Hut. Go. Two. Yummy. So in karate, we have translation of energy, which comes from stepping forward, Oitsuki, for example, Maigere, for example. We have rotational energy, which is the twisting with the Gyakuzuki. We have vibrational energy. And vibrational energy is usually developed with Kibadachi. So Kibadachi, the key point to Kibadachi is your foot never points out. Never points out. I'll back up a little bit so you can see my feet. Your foot is always parallel to the line of the mat. Parallel to the line of the mat. The outside edge of the foot. This helps your toe push you forward and backward, and your body rocks correctly. If it opens a little bit, then the body has no balance to rock. you lose your balance. So what we're looking for is a nice alignment and the body rocking, creating oscillation, which is vibrational energy. So what we're going to do is from Kibarachi position, hand forward, then punching 2 times. First slowly like this. But trying to feel the contribution of the leg to the punch versus the shoulders or the arms. It's coming from your toe to your ankle, to your knee, to your hip, to your abdomen, and roots to your hip. Let's try. From Kibarachi. Left hand forward, slightly bigger than that. Hip forward, never go down like this in Kibarachi. Always keep as if somebody is tugging on your belt and you're fighting it with your toes. Right? Punching 2 times, slowly. I, ni, san, chi, go, ro, si, at, go, ju. Switch the hands. Again, medium speed. I, ni, san, chi, go, ro, si, at, go, ju. Yummy. And take. Okay. The next 20 counts, I want you to pay attention to another point. You are in good position, feet straight, hip forward, down in good Kibarachi, you're punching. But instead of thinking punch, punch, think pulling your elbow back. Elbow, as if you're striking behind. Elbow. That makes the hands work like a couple together. The power of the punching hand is contributed by the pulling hand. This is the trigger. This is the bullet. Use the trigger. Use the trigger. So from here, lot of power. Right? Good Kibarachi. Feet straight. Hip not behind. Shoulders down. Arm forward. Punching twice. Executing so much by your pulling hand, not by your punching hand. Right? Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, six, hat, go, ja. Switch the hands. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, six, hat, go. Yummy. So now we're going to go a little more advanced. Maybe this is more understood by advanced level black belt. As we do 2 strong punches, we are doing 2 breathing for 2 techniques. It's natural human behavior. You think 2 techniques, 2 breath. More advanced is 2 or 3 techniques. 1 breath, 1 exhale. Just like in the kata sochi, apa is 1 technique. So right here now, instead of it's going to be is 1 technique. And as soon as you finish the exhale, you must inhale. Do not hold the breath. Exhale, inhale. Inhale. 1 technique, 1 breath, 2 techniques. Alright? Kibarachi, and forward, focus. Try to take from your mind the thought of doing 2 techniques. Think you are doing 1 technique, all continuous to do with 2 punches. Right? Much faster than that. More flow, more continuous. Go, switch the hands. Again, take from your mind the thought that it's 2 techniques. Try to think it's 1, but relax your body, it helps you explode more. in place, but from Kibadachi position, they will go to Zen Kutsudachi, but about 30, 40 degrees to the left, then back to Kibadachi, absolutely straight, then back to Zen Kutsudachi. No switching, no moving of the legs, just rotation, rotation. So from here, you are here, is each, good Zen Kutsudachi. Then knee, then each, then knee, each, knee, each, knee. What you want to know about technique is the first punch is not how your shoulders rotate. It's how your back leg drives the punch. Your foot pushing from the ground drives the punch. Then your rotation, spinning back, generates that punch. But then the next punch is one technique. It's not separate. This punch comes, this punch goes at the same time. It's one technique. Right? Kibadachi position. Left hand forward. So your first technique is going to go 30, 35 or 45 degrees to the left, becoming Zen Kutsudachi. Now the body spin from the lower body. The lower body is the platform. So the platform makes the rotation into the first punch. Knee, punch, punch. Then to the other side, each punch, drive the punch from your back leg. Now rotation. Knee. Everything is happening way below the belt. Nothing is happening above. Each. Knee. Each. Knee. Each. Now in medium speed, try to make the two punches continuous. It doesn't have to be fast, just continuous. Knee, continuous. Each. Knee, continuous. Now power. Eight. Knee. Eight. Knee. Eight. Knee. Eight. Knee. Now it's one count. Exactly the same tempo of Sanbon-tsuki. Pa, pa, pa. Hold that first punch, spin your lower body, pa, pa. One technique for the two punches. Eight. Knee. Drive from your back leg. Some. Chi. Drive, twist. Up. Drive, twist. Up. Chi. Ha. Up. Ja. Yummy. Ein. So now watching on YouTube, a lot of people giving classes, there's one point that I noticed that I don't like very much. A lot of people are teaching Zen Kutsudachi, then Hizamuzuki. Look at my position now. Look where I am. That's not cocking the hip, that's over-rotating the hip. Now if somebody puts their finger here and push, I'm out of the stance. It's very important to understand that the rotation for the first punch is a loading of the leg. It's the loading of the leg. It is not how much you twist here. If you rotate in your upper body, your technique is going this way and this way. But if you drive into your leg, the technique goes this way. And that's the whole idea. So from here, each. Now my leg is loaded. Then knee, then some, then shi, go, go. That way, if I go fast, I can load and unload in one count. If I go too much, then it's going to be too much lack of balance and rotation. Okay? Right? From Kedambarai, right? Left hand forward. Alright, now medium speed, his arms, punching face, Jordan. Each, Jordan. So now, driving the back leg, think of it as a spring. Your first punch loaded the spring, loaded it. Now you're going to unload that spring. But knee, thumb, cheek, go, six, hut, go, jump, hut. If you notice, or maybe you can see it, the back foot is turning a little too much out on the first punch. Try to secure it more. Don't let it spin out. Otherwise, you're putting unnecessary stress on your knee. A medium speed, 1 count. Each, knee, some, cheek, go, up, 6, hut, hut, jump, hut. Alright? Same side. I got just a little bit. Yeah. Punching stomach in place. Now starting to the face. Each. Yes. The punch now is loading the leg. Now it's going to unload. Hey. Some. Cheek. Go. Rub. 6. Hut. Go. Jump. 1 count. Each. Knee. Some. Cheek. Go. Rub. 6. Hut. Go. Jump. So one of the things you have to watch out for that a lot of people do in this technique is when you punch in here, if you can see my front knee, each knee, some, the knee goes in and out. This is a very unstable plane. We do not have anything to support the knee this way. Otherwise, your foot has to be in the same direction to support the knee. Your support is this way. So when you punch one, feel like you are pressing into your big toe. You are not turning, you are pressing into your big toe. Pressing to the toe. Same time your hip is loading your back leg. So that way you don't have any imbalance. You are like a table that is missing 2 legs. If you have 2 legs missing in the table, you don't want to have any dependency on the missing legs. The dependency should be on the existing leg and the connecting cord, which is muscle between them, that hold them in place. So from here now, when I punch, it's going to be one feeling, like I jump on the beach balloon and it bounced me out. Jump on the beach balloon and it bounced me out. So from here, it's jumping on the balloon, bouncing back. So one feeling. One feeling. Right? Control the front knee. Right? From left leg forward. Right hand forward, just a little back. Okay, hand forward. Try to start first with medium speed and build up. Each, up, knee, up, power, jump, up, cheek, go, up, cheek, up, go, jump, up. Okay. Other side, right. Left leg forward, left arm forward. Slowly, each, knee, some, cheek, go, up, cheek, hut, go, jump. So we're doing a lot of only hand technique today. Very little leg, because today's class is about all the blocks, all the techniques, using hand techniques. But then the next time, hopefully we get together, we'll work similar structure, but on the kicking techniques. All right, so now, from here, if you watch, a lot of people want to step into Yakuzuki. When we say left hand comes in, right hand back, what happens is these 2 points, rotate. Now that is correct. The body is going to turn, but not because the shoulders rotated. It's going to turn because I am making my hip load into my supporting leg and leave the other leg. When my hip push down, look what happens naturally to my shoulder. I am not rotating my shoulders. I am loading my leg. So from here, loading the leg. See? Loading. Punch. Then I come back. Loading the leg. All my load is here. It makes my body turn, not the other way around. Not the body makes the hip turn. The hip makes the shoulders turn. So, loading, punch, coming back. Loading, punch, coming back. Loading, punch, coming back. One point about the punch. Don't think of it as an arm extension. Think of it as a body explosion forward. Load. Now, you, from your back there, like a train, or somebody trying to break the door, like Wasaidai, and push into the technique. All of you, mass and velocity, making impact. Right? Yo. So now, you're going to load, left arm extend, right hand comes back, then as you extend, the weight goes off your left leg, and then you step into the upper. E, loading, punch, back. So we're going to stick with the same side for 5 or 6 counts until we get used to it. Same side, same everything, don't change. Knee, back. Notice, one mistake here is leading with the head. You're right here, don't lead with your head. Try to load, load. Now, you're ready to jump. If you load, your head is ahead, then you are subject to gravity. Right? You are falling forward. Ready? Ta. Back. Same side. Chi. Back. Go. Back. So now the right arm goes forward, but you're not thinking about extending your shoulder. You're loading the left leg. Loading the left leg. And the technique comes. E. Loading, punch. Back. Please don't make a C movement like a lot of the karate people teaching. Come in, take a C, and then step. For more advanced people, this is very natural behavior. The loading of the leg comes, bring you to the center, and then you explode forward. Knee. Back. And think of it this way, of a screw. This way you're screwing, sometimes reverse screws. This way you're screwing. When you screw something in, it's unscrewing out. You're screwing it in, unscrewing out. Screwing in, unscrewing out. Okay? Ta. Back. Chi. Back. Go. Down. Okay, step back. So now, we're going to take the same concept. Loading, screwing in, it's ready to unscrew back, and then use that for Gyakuzuki. But now stay level. Now do the loading when your foot touches the ground. You go back, your foot touches the ground, you load on it, and then unload. You go back, loading, unloading. So from here, loading. No shoulder. It's not the shoulders that turn. Loading, loading, unloading. Load the technique. Try to use the stepping as the release. The stepping is the release. The stepping is the release. The stepping is the release. And your body is pivoting left and right, coming square at the end. Right? Right hand forward. So now you come back. Imagine somebody put a rope around your left elbow and hold it not only behind you, hold it behind you and around you as you came back. Then they release you after that. E, come back, release. And then don't cock from the shoulder. So this is the cocking, this is the releasing. The cocking happens at the hip level. At the hip level. Knee. Thumb. Three. Go. Up. 6. Hatch. Up. Just. Try to be more smooth now, back and in. E. Back and in. Knee. Back and in. Thumb. 3. Up. Run. 6. Hatch. Up. Just. And angle. So for those who know physics, but I'll try to speak in layman language, the muscles of the human being are like a rubber ball. A rubber ball means when you push it, it pushes back. When you pull it, it brings you back in. So it works exactly like a spring. If you take a coiled spring, you push it pushes back. You pull it pulls back in. And then if you replace every movement you do dynamically, and your movement is like there is a spring. So as the leg loads, you are pushing the spring, and the spring pushes back. Pushing the spring, and the spring pushes back. Pushing the spring, and the spring pushes back. Then you understand something in karate that generates a lot more power with a lot less effort. But it creates also something more powerful. It's called whipping action. When you're moving more from your upper body, you are back and forth like they used to try to break the door with a big tree. But we're not trying to break the door with a big tree. We want to move like a soft branch that whips. So your movement is more like a whip each time. The feeling you get when you push the accelerator in your car and you push back to the seat and then you push forward. That's very important to understand. And that the stiffness goes away and you must be very relaxed when you do that. So now we will go into this segment where each is here, ni is age MP, ni is here, san is mawashi MP, each is here, then ushiro MP. That's what we're going to work on. Let's demonstrate a few times and then make the points. So medium speed, everybody. Each, back and up. Knee, back and around. Some turning and release. Each, back and up. Knee, back and around. Some, back and boom. Medium speed, one technique smoothly. Not all three, just one technique at a time, but smoothly. Each, back and in. Knee, back and around. Some, turn and push. Each, back and up. Knee, back and around. Some, back and push. So, the very important point with MP is, and I'll try to face maybe an angle where people can see, coming back, don't let this hand drop. Most people let it drop or go away. And now, you're really punching with your fist. So try to keep it here, and all it is traveling very close to your body. And then the elbow is being driven by your hip and your back leg, creating the strike. On the second technique, you go back, and most people here separate. And when they separate, the Mawashi MP becomes really a punch. And again, try close to your body, close to your body, close to your body. Now the hip rotation, release technique. But finally on the turn, come back and align your arm, finger to elbow to shoulder, pointing right at the target. Right at the target. The other arm is here. And now, don't think of your elbow whatsoever. Think of your left leg pushing, creating the power, and that pushing and the rotation makes the elbow strike. Okay? So the alignment is very important. Don't have this hand up, down, pointing right at the target in a straight line, driven by your back leg for power. Let's try. So, very slowly now, everybody, huh? Back in, yes. The fist does not separate from the body close. No stiffness, no holding the breath, exhaling through, and the power coming from your hip helping drive the strike up. Knee, and keep the fist close, and finish with your body closing the door in the face of the opponent. Now the alignment of the hand is important. Thumb, and the drive from the back leg. 1、2、3、1、2、3、1、2、3、1、2、3. Okay, so I've tried 3 techniques, medium speed. Don't flow like you're blurring all the words at the same time. Try to hold the technique and release it, feeling the spring action, compressing and releasing each time, just like we spoke earlier. E, and up and around and turn and stride. Ni, and up all the way and turn around and align and stride. Ta, and go, and go, and go. Little more power. Ti. Now, this is an important point. When you go back, you are loading the spring. Use that for the next technique. Loading the spring. Use that for the next technique. Your rotation of the body is another spring. You're loading this way, unloading this way. Loading, unloading this way. Let's try a little more power. Loading and go. Loading and go. Hey! So, what we're trying to do here is give you information that you thought you were doing correctly, but now you discovered some mistakes or points you were not aware of, but now you understand. And now there's a drill that took you through, and then now you can repeat and repeat while listening to the instruction. And though you're stuck at home, by the time you go back to the dojo, you have gotten all these things fixed. And then when you go to dojo, you're going to realize you're putting less effort, breathing more properly, and the technique is much better and much explosive. So what we're going to do now is like a 2-minute reminder of what we did in medium speed, and then we'll close it. Hopefully we will do 2 more or 3 more sessions, and that will give you maybe a whole hour of workout in the future. So let's all go back to the explanation. Again, starting here, we're going to do close, just a nice flex in the knees, but not artificial flex. The shoulders are not up, and your spine is completely straight. As if somebody grabbed your hand and pushed them a little backward, just a little bit. So that's the position you are in. Not too much. Like that is not natural. And then medium speed, just a nice kick and punch, nice kick and punch, nice kick and punch, nice kick and punch. Then we went to Kibadachi. From Kibadachi, feet straight, hip down, forward, position straight, and then we work on punching twice, punching twice, punching twice, and then using the backhand elbow to be the initiator of the punch, and then make them one technique instead of 2, then push into Zenkutsudachi, then punching twice, Zenkutsudachi, punching twice, driving from the back leg, using the rotation to bring you back, allowing the body to oscillate, which is very important for the Kibadachi position. Then we went from here to loading the leg and driving the punch, loading the leg, driving the punch. Notice I'm not saying turn your hip, I'm not saying turn your shoulders. You are loading your leg, driving your punch, loading your leg, driving your punch. Then we went from that into stepping back, MP, rotation, alignment, strike, and then MP, rotation, and then alignment, and strike. Okay, so let's review it one time. Head, starting straight, and forward. So same leg, same hand. So your knee is coming at your elbow. Your hand is here, your knee is coming to your elbow, and kicking. At the same time, your back elbow is staying in when you kick, staying in. All right? Each, hit, up, kick, go, up, sit, hatch, come, jill, come. Go into Kudachi. Nice, back up a bit. A little more. Your hand forward, punching 2 times medium speed, each. Ni, san, chi. Switch your hands, 2 times medium speed, each. Ni, san, chi. Switch your hands. Now one technique, the 2 punches are 1 breath, 1 breath. Ni, san. Switch your hands. Now slowly punching to my direction into Zenkutsudachi, each. Then 2 punches forward. They are 1 technique, even in slow motion, it's 1 breath. Knee, 1 breath. Each at the side. Knee, each, knee, each, knee. Now the same rhythm as some Bonsuki. Power claws, ha ha. Ready? Hey! Hey! Sa! Chi! Up! Okay. 2 deep breath. 1 more. Now slowly loading the right leg, going to Zenkutsudachi, Yakuzuki. Each, load and punch, back, same leg, same hand, don't change side, knee, back, and relax, and go back completely relaxed. San, and go, back, again, don't start your motion forward until you loaded the leg. If you start your motion forward now, you are subject to gravity, you are falling. Load the leg, you are completely centered, and then shoot that arrow. Okay. Go. Back. Now the other side. Each. Back. Knee. Back. San. Back. Chi. Now, from your position, load the leg behind you and use it to push forward to do the other technique. Always your hip is cocking, like the release of the bullet. Cocking in and pushing. Don't do sway. Don't do like a hip. Don't be so obsessed with that your hip must rotate. That's not important. Your hip is a compression. Compress, go. Compress, go. That's what you're looking for. Right? Deep. Down. Deep. Go. Go. 6. Out. Go. Jump. And then 2 deep breath. Hey, going. Get down by right. Again, nice and back, going all the way up with the ageo empty. Each and up. Knee, mawashi empty. San, and alignment of the arm, pushing with the back leg. Each. Knee. San. Now medium speed, all 3 counts. Each. And all the way, all the way, all the way. Knee. Your lower body is doing all the work. San. Chi. Yummy. So this is a good introduction for our organization, NWKA type of karate. It's very traditional, but it's also very dynamic. It's very science and physics oriented. All techniques are explained in a very detailed way. We, the old generation, were taught faster, harder, more speed, more power, but it was a language barrier. We could not understand what they wanted from us. Now we can actually detail and explain the technique, and hopefully this is beneficial to you and you learn from it. Right? Os, thank you very much.